At the Americans for Prosperity Defending the Dream Summit, Governor Bobby Jindal of Louisiana gave a speech about the Department of Justice suing the state for its charter schools. Can you give some backstory on that?
Some backstory on the Department of Justice's action?
Yes.
Backstory on the fact that Jindal is part of the problem, not part of the solution. Jindal is one of these people who actually is a chest thumper as opposed to someone who rolls up his sleeves to help us actually help all children. And so rather than actually fund the schools in Louisiana, rather than actually do things that provide the investment, ensure that all kids in New Orleans and other places get a decent education, they have continued a course of austerity and of privatization. And now that it's not working, and now that it implicates civil rights issues, Jindal is out there basically blaming the world as opposed to taking a mirror and looking at himself and saying to himself, stop running to be the most right person, the most conservative person running for president in 2016, and actually roll up your sleeves and help the children in the state of Louisiana.
Well, he's framed it in such a way that the charter school system in Louisiana has been uber successful, that these minority kids have been taken into the program, and that the DOJ is depriving these minority students of the chance of a quality education.
So, but what Jindal refuses to tell the world is that a strategy that says, even assuming it is successful for a couple of kids as opposed to for your entire population of children, is a failed strategy. We are not about helping a couple of kids escape. We are about helping all kids succeed. And worse, the charters in Louisiana haven't done a real good job. And worse, the vouchers that have been given in Louisiana have been given to schools that have been reckless, that have actually not taught kids what they need to be taught. Ultimately, you can't have a curriculum that basically says inaccurate untruths about common history. You can't have schools that are balkanized, that actually perpetuate discrimination. And those are some of the examples that the Department of Justice saw in Louisiana. Economic freedom is tied into civil rights. As Martin Luther King said, as A. Philip Randolph said, as Bayard Rustin said 50 years ago on the March of Washington, racial equality and racial justice is tied into economic equality. And that means how we actually create a public education system for all kids to obtain opportunity, not for some kids.
In this world we live in, where do I begin? Won't get too far if truth ain't your friend. You can pretend, stick with the norm, keep it status quo and get misinformed. Undercurrent, under the surface.